What's going on, everybody? It's me, Box Office Ricky, and this week is a big one. It is numero tres of Avatar, Avatar 3, Fire and Ash, and I actually got a chance to go check it out with my family yesterday, Thursday night, and I want to give you my honest review of this film, and it might be contrary to what the majority of people think. So, in advance, I apologize if my review does not parallel or coincide with how you feel about Avatar. So before I dive in, let me go ahead and read our synopsis. Let me get, in case you haven't seen the movie and you're kind of wondering, Ricky, what's the story on this one? So let me quickly dive into the story of this one. It is Avatar, Fire and Ash 2025. Fire and Ash continues the story of Jake Sully and Neytiri as they face a far more complex conflict on Pandora, following the events of Way of Water, which is the second one. The Sully family encounters a new Na'vi clan known as the Ash People, a fire-lined tribe that inhabits volcanic regions of the planet. Unlike the clans seen before, the Ash People represent a darker, harsher side of the Na'vi culture. Their worldview challenges in the idea that all Na'vi live in harmony, and Iwa, I think that's saying that right, Ewa, introduce internal divisions among Pandora's inhabitants. As tensions rise, Jake and Neytiri are forced to confront not only renewed human threats, but also ideological and cultural conflict within the Na'vis themselves. The film explores themes of grief, rage, faith, and moral ambiguity. That is a big word. I have a hard time saying that. So, first reactions to this film. I gotta say, honestly, it is way too long. These movies are extremely way too long. Oh my God, 3.5 hours. My daughter fell asleep. My other daughter got bored. It's just, I don't know. For me, the film just is not that interesting to garner a 3.5 hour runtime. I mean, literally, we got to the movie theater at 6. We didn't leave till roughly 9:45. So with previews and everything, it's pretty taxing. But either way, it's still going to make $1 billion. People still turn up to go see these movies. I think the story is actually pretty good. You know, I really enjoyed the story overall. I thought it was, a more, you could tell there was from the first movie to the second movie to the third movie, the writing, the story itself is a lot more mature, and there's a lot more things going on. The second movie introduces the family dynamic, and then the third movie just really extends that into where you're getting more layers of it. And I think, I think the story is great. So here's where a lot of people might get mad at me, and I might get a lot of hate, is I'm just not a big fan of the visuals of Avatar. To me, it is boring and not interesting, and I just don't really care for it. And I felt that way from the first Avatar, felt that way the second Avatar, felt the same way with this Avatar. And I think part of it is my brain is registering that I feel like I'm watching a cartoon. And there's very little humans in this film, like real people, like live action stuff. Everything is animated. Everything is, in a 3D rendering world. And for me, it just does not feel like tangible. And so when there's emotions, there's the story being played out, I do not attach myself to it because I feel like I am watching a, 3D cartoon. And, for me, the first one was the best one. The second one was, diminishing returns. And I think this one, same thing, diminishing returns in terms of me caring about the film itself. At least for the first one, there was actually more humans. There was more machines and humans combined together. So I feel like I was watching an awesome James Cameron action movie. And I got to preface too, I love James Cameron. I mean, every piece of body of work that he's done prior to Avatar is just iconic. There's, starting, with the Terminator movies, the Titanic, everything that the Aliens movie, everything he does is just awesome. He is an amazing director and amazing visualizer. And it makes me kind of sad that he's devoted so much of his life to the Avatar series, because I want to see James Cameron direct another live action movie that does not have so much CG, CG animals inside of it. So like I said, it's beautiful to watch. You could tell that there's so much work that's put into these movies. The fact that these movies cost $400 million blows my mind. And it's probably going to make its money back. I mean, it's the international market already is chomping on the bits for this. It's going to do well domestically. There's not a whole lot of movies to watch. Well, let's put it this way. This is one of those movies that you could take your family to go see, and everyone's going to be pretty much like, yeah, okay, no one's going to be offended to want to go see this movie. So it's kind of a crowd pleaser. So it's going to really do well over the course of 3 or 4 days. I really just want to see James Cameron direct a live action movie, and I don't really care to see another Avatar movie just because the story just does not interest me. Yeah, so those are my thoughts. I apologize if it doesn't align with what most people are saying about this film. Most people are loving this film. Like I said, I just don't really care for it. I just get visually bored. And the other thing I'll say too is, when the first Avatar came out, which was 2009, we didn't have AI, right? And so there was a mad respect for what you were seeing on the camera there. Sorry, not on the camera. There was mad respect what you were seeing on the screen there, because you knew that it took lots of hours. And the same thing with these two films. They took lots of hours to make. But the problem is now we've gotten so accustomed to seeing AI visualizations to where our brain kind of goes numb, or at least my brain goes a little bit numb, seeing these animated cartoons, these animated figures, CG. I almost feel like I'm watching AI slop. And that's no disrespect to the people that are behind this film, because I know they spent hours and hours. There's a reason why this film cost $400 million to make. I'm just saying, though, I feel like my brain does not respect that, because it feels like it's watching something that is not tangible or relatable to me. So anyway, that is my review, guys, of Avatar 3. I mean, it's a great theater experience. I think overall, if you take your family to go see it over the holidays, no one's going to complain about it. I think it's just really long. I mean, if you're looking for ways to kill 4 or 5 hours, it's a good way to kill 4 or 5 hours. So that is my overall review. Thank you guys for watching. And like I always say, in a world where you can be anything, why not be kind to each other? Thanks, guys. I'm Box Office Ricky signing off. Talk to you soon.